Before you can install the motherboard on the Antec 100, you first have to make sure to remove the dummy I/O plate in the rear. There are already 6 pre-installed motherboard standoffs in the Antec 100 tray, but if you want to use a ATX motherboard, you have to install 3 additional ones on the right side. If you want to install a micro ATX motherboard, you have to install 3 additional ones at these areas. Since there are no perforations at the bottom of the power supply mounting area, make sure that when you install your power supply, you install it with the fan facing upwards. We have installed the motherboard inside the Antec 100, and we have done some preliminary cable management, but as you can see there are some issues. For example, since we have mounted the power supply with the fan facing upwards, the cables are stemming from the far side instead of closer to the cable management hole. So that means we are shorter. For example, this 8-pin PSU connector is a little too far. It won't reach that area if we route it to the back, so we will be forced to route it in the front, so that will add to the clutter. Also, the front panel audio is exactly the same length as the USB connectors, and what happens usually is that most motherboards, around 99%, you have the front panel audio connector placed at the very at the back. So that's the problem when you have the same length of USB as the front panel audio. It will not reach if you're trying to route it. So what will happen is we will have to route it to the front, and that will add to the clutter in front. So before we do that, we're going to install the video card and see just how we can place these cables that we can't route at the back. Before we can install our video card, make sure to punch out the PCI expansion slot. It is covered by a metal plate. Just only punch out what you need, or if you want more airflow, although the downside is that you'll have more dust inside. Once you remove these plates, they can't be put back. So if you want the unused PCI slots to remain covered, you should only take out the ones that you need. See, we're going to put the power color PCS Plus HD 6970. See, fits, and secure it with one of the provided screws. Installing drives in the Antec 100 case is fairly straightforward. All you need to do is remove the front panel and align the optical drives and your hard drives into the mounting holes and screw them in place. Don't forget to remove the corresponding front panel hole. To remove the front panel cover, simply push the latches, locking it in place on each side while pushing it inward. Then put it back into place. To install 2.5-inch hard drives or SSD drive into the Antec 100 case, you must first put these silicon mounts into the appropriate mounting holes. Put your SSD drive on top, and then secure underneath the case with these screws. Here's what a system looks like with all the components assembled. As you can see, we have routed the 8-pin power connector through the back of the video card, as well as the front panel audio, so that it doesn't interfere with the components in the front. Now we're going to take a look at the other side and see what a cable management area looks like on the right side. As you can see, all the cables are well kept. We have only used all the cable tie downs and these twist ties that are included in the package. So we have actually used 2 cable ties to secure these cables into the motherboard tray, and the other one we used to secure the extra non-modular cables unused into the right side, rather the left side of the hard drive base. Now let's fire up the system and see what the see and hear what the fans sound like. What you're currently hearing is the fan set to low. I will adjust it to high so you can compare the fan noise. Again to low.